Welcome to this listing management how-to video on submitting an active listing. To begin, click on the Manage Listings option. From here, just click on Add Listing on the right. The drop-down menu will give you options to submit a new regular listing or a members-only listing. While both options are considered active listings, members-only listings are not syndicated to public sites. Next, select the type of listing class you'll be submitting. This will take you into the listing management tool where you can enter the listing information. The fields with asterisks are required mandatory fields, so you'll need to enter the building type and listing office information to proceed. Note that when you select a field, the tips box on the right will explain what the options mean for that particular field. Just select the Next Step button, or you can jump to a different section by choosing one of the sections on the left side of the screen. This will bring you to the Property Overview section. You can either enter the APN, zip code, and county information, or just enter the property address. Then select Realist Data. You'll see a pop-up box that contains the Realist County data. You can import all of the Realist data, or just some of the fields by unchecking the boxes for those fields. Click Ignore if you don't want to import any of the county data. Any fields you chose to import, you'll see are filled in below. The next section will be the Listing Detail section. You'll need to enter the list date, list price, and the expiration date, and then you can proceed to the interior features. Note that when you're entering the property characteristics for the interior and exterior, you can select more than one option if applicable. You can also choose to see only the required fields by choosing the Show Required Fields Only button at the top. This can come in handy if you're in a rush and need to submit the listing immediately. Once you're done entering the interior and exterior features, move on to the Community Info section. You can see that there is a required field indicating if there's an HOA or not. If you select yes, you'll also need to input the HOA name and HOA fee as well as what the HOA fee covers. Let's move on to the Marketing and Photo section. To upload your photos, just click anywhere inside the box. From here you can upload your photos by clicking on the photo and dragging it into the box, or you can upload multiple photos by clicking on the photo and holding down the Control key to select multiple photos. Your first photo will be your cover photo or primary photo. While we require at least one photo of the front of the property somewhere in the gallery, it does not have to be your main cover or primary photo. To rearrange the photos, just click on the photo and drag it into its new position. You can also rearrange the photos by clicking on the number and inputting its new position. If you click on the Edit View Photo option on the top right, you'll see a larger rendition of the photo and the ability to write a caption for each photo. These captions will show up on the Agent Full and Client Full reports. Make sure not to put any contact information or contact instructions in the captions. Once you're done, just hit the Save button. If you scroll down below the photos, you'll see that you have to actually submit the listing and then put in the open house and tour information. Below that, we have links for branded virtual tours, unbranded virtual tours, as well as 3D and drone tours. You'll also see the Public Remarks section. This is the marketing section, and we do syndicate these remarks to public sites. Public remarks should only contain the description and condition of the property. Do not include any contact information or contact instructions. Below that will be the distribution preferences. You'll be asked the question if you want this listing on the internet. If you leave it yes, you'll have full syndication to public sites. However, if you select no, the listing will only be available to our subscribing agents and brokers on the MLS. We will not syndicate or distribute to any public sites. Click the next step to move on to the agent section. Here you can enter the commission you're offering to other cooperating agents. You can enter a percentage or a dollar amount. Make sure to only put in the commission you're offering to cooperating agents, not your total compensation. If I enter 6% as an example, the system will give me a warning indicating that I'm offering the full 6% to the cooperating agent. Remember to use the tips on the right-hand section if you have any questions. The private remarks, unlike the public remarks, are not syndicated to the public sites. These remarks are intended for agents and brokers, such as showing instructions, contact information, security codes, etc. Finish off the agent section by putting any disclosures and documents, as well as the showing information. And once again, just click Next Step to move on. The listing contact info will show the agent's name, license number, phone number, and email. Make sure everything looks okay, and then move on to Verify. If you have any errors, they will be displayed on the right-hand side. You'll need to fix all the errors before the system will allow you to submit your listing. To do so, just click on each specific error, and the system will take you to that particular field. You can also jump to any section by using the keyword search. For instance, if I type in expiration, you can see it brings up the expiration date, and I can just click on it to go to that field. Once you've fixed all these errors, go back to the Verify section. Now that I've corrected all the errors, I can either show the summary, showing the listing details, or, if I'm ready, create the listing. A pop-up window will appear confirming that you want to submit your changes. And you've now successfully submitted your listing. A pop-up box will show your MLS number, which will take about 5 minutes before it's live on Matrix. Now that the listing has been submitted, you can add the open house and tour information, or just press close to go back to the dashboard. You can still edit the information on the listing by selecting the active listing you just submitted. You'll see in the drop-down box the options for edit listing, changing statuses, managing photos, and so on. If you click the edit listing button, it will take you right back into the listing. Thanks for watching this how-to video on how to submit a listing. Make sure to check out our pro support page for additional videos on a full range of topics. And don't forget to click that subscribe button on our MLS Listings YouTube page.